Hello, welcome in the video. In this video we are going to see how to create triggers in mysql, and we are going to execute all the queries regarding triggers, and we are going to see all types of triggers. So let's get started. First of all, let me explain why do we require triggers in mysql. So oftenly we want that our data should be backed up. If any ambiguity happens while inserting any data, we don't want that our data get lost and any kind of things which is we don't want to happen with our data. So at that time we should keep backup of our data. So triggers is one use of triggers is to take backup of data, and you can also, by using triggers, you can also restrict to the value to be inserted in table. So how it will happen, so I will explain you later with practical. And one more thing, the data delete. So first let's see insert. So inside the insert we can create a triggers, like if we want to insert value, so in one table, let's say table A, so at that time what I want, it should backed up automatically in another table. Let's say another table name is B. So if whenever I want to insert value, whenever I try to insert value in table A, so always it will back up automatically in table B. So that is how trigger works. In triggers, once I declare the triggers, you don't need to once you declare triggers, you don't need to call it again and again like a procedure. So triggers works automatically, and that's the use of triggers. Okay, so inside the insert you can use begin, after and before. Okay, so these are the two parts inside the insert query. So I can create a trigger after inserting value into the table A. Insert will execute trigger statement. Okay, so let's try to do that. Okay, let me explain two more topics. Delete. Okay, inside delete there is also same, you can use after and before. And there is also one more important thing in query of triggers, like new and old. New in the sense new value which we are inserting, and okay, insert doesn't give privilege of old. So inside the insert there is only a new value. Okay, delete. In delete we also have after and before, but there is slight difference between there is no new, there is actually old. Okay, inside the delete we don't have privilege of new, and inside the insert we don't have privilege of old. Third thing, which is update. Okay, so if you observe that these are all DML commands. Okay, insert, delete and update. So inside the update we have both after, before, old and new. Okay, so I hope you understand the basic. So let's try to create triggers. So let me quickly logged into my mysql server. mysql-u as always, root-p. Here my password of I logged in. So first of all I need to create a database. Create database and database name. So let's say test. Okay, test is already created, so let's say test 16. Okay, so test 16 is database which I created right now, so let me use it. Okay, so use test 16. Okay, I changed database. Now I want create table, let's say library. Here I want ID, it's integer data type, and I want is auto increment. Okay, so I want book name, which data type will be varchar. Let's take a size, that is enough. More thing. Okay, I want timestamp. Before timestamp I want status of book. Status is going to be character, means it's issued or returned, something like that. And I also want timestamp TS, which is current time. Alright, think you have an error syntax, checks the menus. That right, I made a mistake. I'm so sorry, I made a mistake at beginning. CREATE, create mistake. Okay, so okay, it's executed. So let's try to add insert values, insert into library. So as I return as an auto incremented, so let's pass simply null, and book name as anything like Java, and status is issued. Okay, and timestamp, so simply write now. Okay, let's try to insert. Okay, I made a mistake over here. So after the table name it should be a values. Okay, so okay, it's I've entered. So right now at the moment I don't have any triggered, so it will not take backup of my data. So let's try. Let me show. I don't have trigger right now, so simply write, if you want to check triggers are available in your table or in your database or not, so simply write show triggers, and okay, show triggers is enough. So it's showing me an empty set, so because I don't have any trigger. So let me create a trigger. CREATE, create. Okay, first of all let me change a delimiter. So this is a delimiter I have changed. Let me check it. Okay, so simply write create a trigger, and name the trigger you want to. So let me write insert IT is for insert trigger. Okay, and as I said over here, before and after. So I want after insert on table name, which is library of my. Okay, I forgot one more thing. before you write trigger, you need to create one more table. So let's say library lib1. Okay, so it's not necessary actually. It should be a same data types. You can give, okay, it's necessary to data types, but it's executed, my table is created. It's not necessary you have same variable name, but it's necessary that you have same data type. Alright, so as I've created this table right now, so this is empty right now, but let me create a trigger for that. Okay, create, so I need to write it from core, create trigger, and trigger name which is TI, trigger on insert, and I want it execute after insert. Trigger name IT, insert IT before or after insert on table. So in my case it's library which I want to create a trigger, and for each row alright, let's say begin insert into which lib1. I want to take backup of data in lib1 table, and so as I said, in insert query we don't have we can't use old value, but we can use new value which we are going to insert. So let's okay, insert into values, new dot id and new dot book name and new dot status. Alright, and time is going to be now. Okay, simply end this. Create a trigger after inserting insert into V into live1 value like this. mysql syntax to use near. Oh, again I made same mistake. CREATE. Okay, this query is executed, means we have successfully created trigger. If you have doubt, so you can check it by using select triggers, or you can say show triggers. So okay, IT is my trigger name and event is on insert. So this is all basic information about trigger. So let's try to insert and check value. Okay, first of all let me show you all values inside the lib1. Select star from lib1. all the values inside table is right now empty. Okay, so showing empty set. So let me insert quickly value, insert into library values. Okay, so let me keep it as a null. Second parameter is going to be C++, which is book name, and status is like okay, this is single quote, and time is current time. So let me okay, query is executed means affected. Okay, so let me check values are inserted or triggered inside this table or not. So just try it simply. Sorry. Alright, so all the values inserted automatically inside my table. Okay, so we have created trigger on insert. So actually same syntax is over there, but changes made over new and old. Whenever you are inserting value, you should keep it as new, otherwise it will show error. If you write old instead of new, so in insert query it will show error. In update both are executed. So let me declare another trigger delete for delete, and let me change its name. You can give any name. Begin insert into. Okay, I want after insert. Okay, so in delete we don't have we cannot use old, we cannot use new. So if I executed this, if I try to execute this, so it will show me error. So let's check it. Okay, it's showing an error regarding same. Okay, so let me quickly change it. Let me replace new by old. Old and old. Okay, trigger driven after delete library each row begin trigger. Let me change delimiter. After delete on library for each row. Okay, insert into library, not new, actually I want old. Okay, this is right. Trigger argument syntax to use library for each row begin insert into library 1 at line 1. Again same foolish mistake. CREATE. Alright, so it's executed. It means we have created another trigger. So let me check it again. Do the same query again, write same query, show triggers. Okay, so IT1 is another trigger is created. Let me delete some values because we have created this trigger for delete. It's making mistake because okay, this should be okay. So let me check is it updated or not. So alright, so I have just deleted this value from library which is Java, and this is how inserted value in library 1. Okay, so we can also create triggers for the update. So let me change same trigger by update but I want to okay. As I said, in update query we can use old and new rows, because if I want to update this, so at that time I can use data which is already inside the table, which is before update, which means before update data. And we can also use after data is updated, means if I update Java by any book name, so I can use both names by using update. Okay, so in case of this, so it will add all old values in the sense, if I execute update query on this particular row, if I change Java by any other name, or if I change status by any other name, so at that time it will take a backup, or you can say at that time it will insert values in library table which is before update, because I just write old .id, means it will fetch old values. And if I write new values instead of old, so whatever the data I will put while executing an update query, so that data will back up in my library table. So actually triggers are very easy concept, so I hope you are understanding. So let me execute this quickly. So just write query. Okay, so let me create two queries simultaneously so that I can explain you. Oh sorry, not now, new. Trigger name should be different. By using trigger. So I hope you guys understand how triggers works in MySQL. These triggers are oftenly used in to taking a data backup, to check input, and many more things. So I hope you understand this. Thank you.